Come one, come all you brokey Pokemon investors, all my fellow watchers out there that have very little money. Now, I'm saying that jokingly because most of the time I don't have a lot of extra money either, so I'm trying to be very strategic with what I purchase. Let's flip you around and see what we're talking about. I wanted to give y'all 5 brokey investments. And hey, I put myself in that category most of the time. I'm not making fun of anyone. If your financial situation is strained or limited, hey, no big deal. There's an entry point here in this video for everyone, so stick around. Let's jump into it. What we have first, Ascended Heroes. How can I not put some popular sets on the list? Ascended Heroes tech sticker. Now we have version 1 here with Charmander, version 2 here with Ghastly, if it'll pull up. Ghastly and Gengar. I would personally, I don't know, honestly, Gengar nowadays is just as popular as Charizard, so I know it's just a sticker, and the promo's the first evolution line of them. But hey, if you want some Ascended Heroes, you can't afford market prices on ETBs or bundles. Bundles are like 80 bucks now. ETBs like double that. I think this 3 pack, it's a 3 pack blisters back in the day. I mean, look at Evolving Skies. A 3 pack blister is like hundreds of dollars now. So these can be really good investments. I would say just be careful. You might want to buy these in person because the plastic, where it meets the cardboard, it can easily tear or open. And if you're trying to keep it sealed long term, keep it mint, it's hard to keep these mint because a lot of these 3 packs, they just come bent like straight away right from the factory because they're in this box and this the way they're stacked, they just it's easy for that top part of the cardboard to bend. So I would say just be careful with that. But this could be a good pickup. It's under $50. Um, Maybe you can afford one a month. Maybe you save up. It's one every 2 months. Whatever you. I'm not knocking anybody's financial situation. Um, but all you brokies out there, like myself, I think this could be a good pickup. This could be a good pickup if you want some Ascended Heroes and ETBs are just too much. I'd always lean you toward the bundles or the ETBs. To me, I think that's the more blue chip item on specialty sets, and obviously the PC ETBs. But 3 pack blisters, I have nothing against. I think they're really great, and they think they all. If you look at the track record, they all tend to do well long term. Next up on the list, and I'm kind of surprised it's gotten down this low, but Series 2, I still think, obviously, the Gen 2 Totodile, Chikorita, and Cyndaquil are really, really the standouts here, but I know MSRP is 15, but to me, this is an awesome pickup at $33 to $34. Like, if this drops below 30 by chance, you may want to consider picking some of these up. Obviously, try to find them in store. I always recommend that. But if you can't, if you're one that just works, you can't wait in line ever, so you never really catch any of the drops, then I think this could be a good pickup. And that's kind of prefaced by saying, hey, look, sure, obviously, if you can wait in line and get stuff and you have that time to sacrifice, try to do that locally. But find some marketplace deals. Maybe someone's wanting to just make a quick flip and liquidate it and just not make much profit. But even on the open market right now, this is in the mid 30s. I think this is I think a solid pickup long term. They're not going to make these boxes again. They're doing the Series 1, 2, and 3, and then that's it. So, and I know Series 1 is the one to get if you're going to get one because it's got the Gen Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, but I think this might be the next best thing. The Gen 2, I love Gen 2. I'm waiting for them to do a throwback Gen 2 set featuring Cyndaquil, Totodile. Totodile is one of my favorites personally, and Chikorita. I love that Johto Journeys back in the day, the show. Very nostalgic, so I think this is a good pickup at this price. Third on the list, something you never really see much, at least I don't, even at the card shows. This single, I made a video a while back, check it out, where I featured this single in it. I think it's a great pickup. I don't know if the single's still around like $5-ish, but that's what it was a few months ago. I told y'all guys to pick some of these copies up. It's a reverse hollow. It's exclusive with that stamp, exclusive to this 2-pack blister. And I know it's a little bit much for the blister because it's only 2 packs. It's not 3. But the promo I think is what saves it. That's why I'm putting it on the list. I honestly, as much as they've been printing Prismatic, and I'm tuned in to a lot of the drops and the X drops where they post stuff and then kind of ding you when it's available, even though it's gone in seconds because of bots. I never all the reprints you hear about Prismatic, the SPCs, the ETBs, uh, the bundles. Sam's did a drop, right, the bundle and the surprise box combo. I haven't even seen these in store. I don't even own any of these because I never caught them. Like I don't think I must have been at work or something on release day for this item. And this has been out for like a year. So this 2-pack blister to me seems kind of rare because I never see it. I never see this promo in people's binder at card shows. And I just think this might be a sleeper pick. If you can digest the $17 per pack price, it's really not that. You got to look at it like the promo being very exclusive. And I don't want to say short printed, but I don't think they printed much of this particular item, even though Prismatic has been reprinted quite a bit over the past year and a half. This item specifically, I don't think has. I think it could be a sleeper pickup. Keep your eye on that one. All right, next. I know it's plain Jane. Everyone's thinking perfect order. Stinks. Chaos Rising. Stinks. Pitch Black now. Stinks. They don't stink, guys. If they're cheap, that's when you buy. Out of those three, I believe Chaos is going to be the best. It's going to rise above the other two. I think the Greninja is the strongest chase out of all of the SIRs in those 3 sets I just mentioned. Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, Perfect Order. And honestly, if you can afford it, you can find booster boxes here and there. Still tough to find, but you can find them at just about MSRP. 160 to 170 range. Some sites will drop the box, and you don't have to pay for shipping or tax in some websites. And in that case, it's like if it's 175, it's basically MSRP if you factor in tax locally. Don't sleep on these. I hope personally, I don't have very much, but I've got at least a booster box of each of these 3 sets now from Pokemon Center, and I kind of hope they just short print these 3 sets because they are weaker in most people's eyes, and then you'll have like a Sword and Shield base, Rebel Clash, team up situation where a lot of these sets I just mentioned were short printed, so they saw some gains a lot quicker because of that. Even though the sets may or may not have been that strong, the fact that they didn't print a whole lot of them, is why the valuations increased. So I think at $27-ish at MSRP for a bundle, $10 to $11 more. Most recent sale $38. If you can buy these around $35 to $40, I think they're solid pickups. Obviously, try to find them in the store if you can. But if you can't and you're buying off the open market, 35 to 40, I think it's a good time to pick. I don't really think it's probably going to get a lot cheaper than say 35 bucks. And I believe the Froakie, the Frogadier, the Greninja, that's enough to, if you're keeping it, holding it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that's enough to get people to want to come back and open and try to chase that Greninja most of all. I think it's a great pickup. All right, last on the list, I would say not just this set, but it's a good thing if you can't afford that much, collect the sleeve boosters. People feel more confident because they're sleeved, right? So they're not quote unquote weighable if it's just a loose pack. And if you can't afford much, this is where I would suggest you go first. Is just buying a pack. I know it don't seem like much because it's 1 pack, but if you can get, usually sets have 4 to 5 artworks. If you can get 1 of each and just have a complete artwork set of set of 4 or set of 5 of say Mega Evolution Base or Phantasmal or any of the other ones, I think long term these do tend to do well. Maybe not as much as the 3 packs or the bundles. I'm not going to see this as the top tier best item to invest in. But all the brokies out there, like me, most of the time, I put myself in that category, right? I'm one of the people. This can be a great, great pickup. I mean, it just can. I remember buying sleeve. I got a bunch of sleeve packs of like before things got crazy of just SV base of Obsidian Flames of Paldea Evolved, and now I'm selling those packs if I'm choosing to, and I have been slowly at the last few card shows, um, $12 to $14 a piece, and I got them for $3 to $4 because back then it was before it was crazy. Um, they can be great pickups long term. That's the short story that I'm trying to say. So don't be afraid of it just being 1 pack. I encourage you to get in the game. Investing, yes, it's always risky, but the gains can be astronomical with this hobby. Yes, consider it an alternative investment. Don't invest in more than you're afraid to lose. But if you believe in it, if you want to see some of the gains that a lot of us investors have gotten and seen, just start small. If you can't afford much, start small. You can't start any smaller than a single pack. And I'm telling you guys, art sets of each. You say you got an art set of Mega, and then you move and you got an art set of Phantasmal, and you move to the next set. That's a nice collector piece. People like to collect those, to hang them, to display them, and it's like a miniature collection, right? Because you want to collect each and every art on the front of each of those cardboard blisters. So they can be good investments long term. Don't let anyone make fun of you just because that's all you can afford right now. They're still great pickups. I believe in them. I think you should too. Let me know what y'all down below in the comments if you think there's any more Brokey investments that maybe I should have mentioned for all of us Brokies out there. And let me just throw one more bonus while we're on the topic of sleeved. Phantasmal Charizard's going to go down as iconic, one of the greatest, if not the greatest Charizard card ever made. I think, and I know it's a little bit high right now, still within print window. They have shown tendencies lately to pump out sleeve blisters more so than a lot of the other items because it's gets more packs individually into people's hands because they know the stores mostly have limits now. So, but just hear me out. I think if you can find the Charizard art of this, I would buy nothing with that art, even though the pack inside doesn't always have the same art as what's on the cardboard piece. The displayability, that's part of the factor here. The 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 nasty flame throwing nice artwork on this cover. I think if you can find these in the store or these for around, I mean, market's 13, but if you can find them $10 to $12 range and you know you're going to hold them long term, I think buy up some of these if this is what you can afford and you can't afford some of the higher end stuff. I think this could be a great pickup right here. The Phantasmal specific sleeved cover booster packs with Charizard on the cover, not the Lopunny, not the other ones, not Sharpedo. The one with Charizard on the front, it sounds silly, but people in 5 years from now, I guarantee you they will be paying a lot more for this item versus, say, the Sharpedo one. So, my thoughts, let me know what y'all are thinking. If y'all are investing, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and have a blessed one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.